Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and I have a geometry lesson to share with you today. We're working through our Waldorf curriculum by Live Education, and this is the Number, Nature, and Geometry main lesson block. For this lesson, we're going to be working on 5 division of a circle, and we're going to be doing some really neat geometric designs with that 5 division. I'm also using my drawing circle images for this lesson, which explains how to do 5 division of a circle a little bit differently than our main lesson book. And then it shows us some really cool alterations we can do to this design. I'm using our main lesson books from a child's dream. These measure 9.5 inches by 12.5 inches, and each page is separated by an onion skin, which often I remove. Sometimes I use it, as I did with this previous lesson. So we're going to take our compass and we're going to set it to 2.75 inches. And you want to find the center of your page if you're using this size sheet. And I would recommend making it just a slight bit smaller, only because in one part of this design I didn't have quite enough room, and by the time it's done it looks perfectly fine. Or make sure you find the center of your page, there's enough room, setting your compass to 2.75 inches. Once we've drawn our circle, we're going to draw our diameter right through the center. Next, we're going to extend our compass so that we can draw 2 arcs on either side of the circle. We're going to reposition our compass to the top of the diameter and once again draw 2 arcs so that they intersect each other. Where those arcs cross, we're going to set our ruler and we're going to draw a line right through the center. So you can see 4 division of a circle at this point, but we want 5 division, so we have to do a little bit more math. We're going to readjust our compass so that it is back to the original radius, and I am just double checking so that it is correct. I'm going to place my compass at the top of that diameter and swing an arc right through the center. So where those arcs cross the circumference, we're going to set our ruler and draw a line right through so you can see that that crosses that initial radius. We are extending our compass from that point on the radius to the point on the diameter. And then we're going to swing an arc from that point below the diameter. Now we want to readjust our compass and place it on the far right point and extend our compass where it meets the lower arc and our diameter. This gives us 1/5 of the circle. So this is our 5 division of a circle. And I am taking my compass around the circle just to make sure that each of those segments is equal to one another, and that as I go around the circle, it crosses that last arc perfectly. And I can see that it's not quite perfect. There's just a little bit off. So I'm going to readjust my compass and make sure that I did measure correctly from that point on the diameter at the circumference to that arc where it crosses the radius below the center. Now I'm going to go back around the circle and make sure that all of those divisions are correct. And if you're just a hair off, it really makes a big difference at the end. So now that I am confident that that is 1/5 of the circle, I'm going to erase all of these extra lines because we don't need them, and all of those extra arcs because those are not necessary. We just need them in order to get our 5 division of a circle. Once everything is erased, and you do want to mark lightly as you are doing your 5 division of a circle so that it is easy to erase those marks since we don't need them. But it's now time to set our compass so that we can do our 5 division of a circle. We're going to be setting our compass needle wherever those 2 circles intersect, and we're going to keep going around the entire original circumference until we create our 5 division of a circle. So unlike our 6 division of a circle where your compass keeps going right through the center, you can see here that we are not going through the center, and around the center we see our nice little pentagon. We're going to readjust our compass so that it is twice the length of 1/5 of our circle. And now we're going to set our compass on each of those points, and we're going to draw an arc, and you can see a really beautiful design come through. And you can also see that there wasn't quite enough space on the left side of my page to get all of those arcs in. And if you want to get more of those arcs in your illustration, you can reduce your original radius or use a larger sheet of paper. Now comes the fun part, and that is coloring in our design. I am using General's Chalk Pastel pencils. And you do need to use a matte fixative when you are done with this illustration because those are chalks and they will smear. So I'm choosing some warm tones in yellow orange, red, and pink, and I am choosing different segments to color in. And you can leave parts of this white, you can color everything in different colors, you can erase some of these arcs. This part is a really creative exercise, and I really love the final design. And you will find that there are practically an infinite number of final designs depending on which colors you choose and which parts to color in. You can also do this with watercolors or color pencils, but I do like the chalk pastels because you can blend them a little bit more at the end. You can see some little white spots throughout the illustration where I did not color in each of these segments really well, but you can use your finger to smudge them in a little bit more to get a more finished, polished look. Now it's time to use our matte finish over this illustration. I've taken this outside because this smells quite a bit. You want to shake it up and then spray your design. And then you want to give it a good amount of time to completely dry, and so that it has no smell and it is completely dry before you do anything else to your illustration or just bring it in. You don't want to close your book at this point either until it's completely dry. I love the final look of this design. I think it's super beautiful, and I think it's a wonderful activity to do with your students because they love seeing that creative process come to life at the end when they can choose their different colors for this project. I hope that you enjoyed this look at our geometry lesson. Don't forget to check out the blog post that accompanies this video for more information, as well as links to all of the resources that I've used. You can find that link down in the description box below. And if you'd like to see how we're homeschooling on a daily basis, you can find me on Instagram and now on TikTok at Pepper and Pine.